interview a COVID patient. Got me his account here, so surely new will come up. You'd have thought. There we go. Right, so I need to see what we're bloody seeing here. Right. So this is where we need to be, right? Oh my God. That's accurate-ish. What would this look like? This'll do, peeps. Oh my gosh, my cold. Alright, so not that bad. It's not even bad to the point where I should actually be complaining of it. Right, I'm gonna ring a COVID patient, and then I've got, cover that a second, some questions for the patient. Oh, what a lovely image. Right, see if we can get through. I'll cover this in case she's not ready to answer questions. Gosh, I'm not ready. Hello, are you ready to answer some questions in, say, a minute? Yes.
Give me 2 minutes, yeah?
Oh gosh, yeah, because I've held this in the wrong spot. I've had to do the craziest thing just to even link this up to even talk with you. Like, it's, yeah, we're going to conduct an interview, and obviously you can see what COVID is doing probably already by just what you see. But I'm having to do this in order to stream live through PlayStation live stream, and I was just seeing if I had your visuals on screen, and yeah, it's all working. We have a poor connection by the hospital, but okay, Liz, I will call you back in what? Pardon?
Give me 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, fantastic. Thank you for agreeing to do this interview, and also I'd like to point out that I am interviewing you before Channel 4 and ITV, and that can you confirm that I had actually arranged the interview before them? Thank you very much. Yeah, hopefully my questions will be okay, and hopefully we'll get some good answers. Obviously, your appearance is totally different to the norm, but what can people expect? I mean,
Yeah, 'cause I'm poorly.
And you don't have access to makeup or anything, obviously, and
No.
like.
Do you think I want everyone to see me with no mascara?
No, I don't think anyone should actually. Yeah, and it just makes me all the more angry with people who say that this virus is a hoax.
It's not a hoax.
Yeah, and
you
that.
have to give me breaks because it's tiring to.
Yeah, I know.
I
know. Another sad thing is that people believe that the people in hospital right now are age 82.
No, they're not.
I'm
young, relatively. Early 50s. I'm 50. Tell them I'm 50, Rebecca.
Yeah, and well, you're in your early 50s, so, but patients in there, they're of all ages, right?
I know.
But
yeah,
some people don't.
People, old people, all walks of life, but I was surprised to see a young man, like, your age, just laid there so drained and poorly. So, yeah, it's not a joke. It really is. You can't imagine how horrendous it is, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, okay, we will talk more in 10 minutes. Make sure you rest your voice for a short period of time, and yeah. Alright, speak to you in 10 minutes. Thank you, Liz. Bye. Goodbye. Bye. Okay, guys, as you can see there, well, that's a COVID patient there. I watched that back myself. I know we.
Access to makeup or anything, obviously,
It's a shame that I'm having to interview like this, and obviously in my messy dump spare room as well, and not that that's more important than COVID, because they don't compare, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, COVID patients, they basically think, fuck this, I'm suffering. I shouldn't swear actually, because I want this to be able to be viewed by all audiences, but yeah, if they're willing to do this interview with me, showing their appearance that unwell and with no access to the things they normally pride themselves by, makeup, doing their hair, etc, etc, then I don't mind accidentally showing just what a mess this room is, and you know, I can deal with that. I've got tidying to do, admittedly. It's not like I stay in this room all day. This is like, I don't even normally ever stream or do anything from here. This is the room where, you know, I will let guests stay, and where I definitely need to do some tidying. But this is about COVID, and one of the reasons that Liz has agreed to do this is because we've got so many people who don't actually believe that this virus exists, and that is insane. I mean, the virus exists. I mean, like, what can I say? Like, yes, I've got drawings and artwork that are relatively embarrassing on the wall and all kinds of little things there, but and I look a complete mess. But this is about COVID, people. This is about letting people know that this virus, even like, yes, the death rate might not be anywhere near as high as Spanish flu, as someone pointed out to me earlier. But for God's sake, that was 100 years ago, 103 years ago. Nowadays we have hospitals, medicine, people on oxygen. Maybe that's why people are, you know, the survival rate isn't like Spanish flu, is because we have modern day medicine that really wasn't around 100 years ago. 100 years ago we couldn't put hundreds, thousands, literally thousands of people on oxygen 24/7. We didn't have all the drugs that we're going to talk about in this interview that's happening in several minutes. You know, they're two different things. If Spanish flu occurred in this day and age, the death rate wouldn't be as high. You know, so it is. And COVID is very serious. People need to believe it. You don't need to be scared. It's not about fear-mongering or any of that. This is about accepting the reality that so many people are going through. Not everybody is even in hospital with their COVID. There are lots of people suffering, struggling at home. Now, admittedly, I'm getting distracted by that mess. It's a disaster, isn't it? At least I got new carpets and all the rest coming. But yeah, COVID is real. And one guy the other day, he actually says he owes me a good kicking, because he said it's all lies. I asked why. He said, I'm not answering questions to you, blah blah blah, I've got to be aggressive. And I just said that if you comment on the YouTube section, you're asking for discussion, you're making yourself open for discussion, for people to ask you questions. And he said that it's not a discussion forum, but come on. What do you think people are going to do? This was on a BBC video that addresses COVID-19. And then he decided he owes me a good kicking and gave me his address and called me a coward for not going down there. Now, I think that's rather ridiculous, like my shades in, you know, I'm not sure if shades are really appropriate in at this time, but you know, I feel like a mess. But in a way, I think that's a good thing. I'm leveling with how COVID patients feel. If I'm going to interview them, maybe it's best to be on their level a bit. Hopefully people will watch the interview that I'm going to do prior to Liz talking to Channel 4 and ITV tomorrow. And hopefully they'll wake up and realise nobody's trying to scare you. Nobody. It's just you're trying to tell us that COVID doesn't exist. You're trying to tell us it's a hoax, it's a lie, and that, you know, all this nonsense. I could see how you maybe believed that several months ago, how you could maybe still believe it. But right now, I don't get it. The proof is going to be in your face, and you'll hopefully learn a few things. And again, it's not to scare anyone. I mean, me as an individual, I know people suffering with this, plenty of them in hospitals and outside of hospitals. I know people have passed away. A healthy girl in her early 30s, my friend's daughter, rest in peace, passed away from COVID, solely COVID. Then I've got people telling me, this is a hoax, this is lies, I owe you a good kicking. Like, are you for real? You won't even accept the truth even if I just show you it. So I thought, okay, I'll show you it. I'll get some people to agree to be interviewed. Now this is a scrappy little video, I might even delete it, but hopefully the interview will go alright. Shades or no shades, mess either way. So, yeah. Oh, and I do agree with people that, yeah, big businesses are profiting, small business are going under because of the lockdown. It's having really bad effects on the economy. But COVID, even the people it's not killing, it's giving them such a hard time. And I know one or two have been told it may take 6 months for their lungs to recover. They may be left with permanent damage. It's no joke, and it most certainly is not a hoax. And protesting, saying that it is a hoax, is not helping the people in hospital, and it's not changing a thing. I just think that yeah, people need to realise. Alright guys, I will be right back. It's a strange way I'm having to record at the minute, I'll admit that. Very bizarre. But due to certain programs not working on computer, other things running slow, other things being full of memory, not having certain software right now, etc, etc. Just a few little problems. I'm doing this in the most bizarre way ever, really. See you in several minutes, peeps, and hopefully, I'm just hoping, see me interviewing someone. Oh my gosh. Hopefully it'll go well, and hopefully it will be informative, and maybe even help some people some way, somehow. At least help people wake up to the reality that there are actually patients in hospital who are not 80 plus. And yes, not everybody dies, but most people who catch it do suffer. There are some lucky ones, but I'd say out of people I've known to catch COVID, 1 in 7 has it easy and, barely notices it almost. But the other 6, damn, they go through hell. And if we were to say out of 1 out of every 15 people I know die from COVID. I don't know that many people who are suffering from COVID or have had COVID or pass away from COVID, but yeah, I'd say from what I do know, at least 2 people out of 30, 1 in 15 are passing away, just from people I know, personally.